The concept I went with from my thumbnail sketches shown in the previous footage was one of the more simple images. Consisting of a pair of lungs and a heart, I plan to do a bold, simple style reminiscent of something likened to Tokidoki. While not intended to be horror related, I wanted to use that element sort of as a pun and association with the innards. I heart graphic was just a random phrase I thought of because I do like very graphic artwork, but it also sounds like graphic as in relating to explicit or exposed. I want the image, while being bold, to have a scrap-like look to it, hence the use of cutout letters. And with the back, I just did whatever. I figured that whatever the cover turned out to look like in the end, I could find a way to make the back look cohesive to the front, even if most of the elements are very different. I made a couple of unintentional moves, such as the placement of the last 3 letters, but it was nothing that ruined the cover for me. In terms of outside components, there's more going on with the back. The mindset when working on that part was just do whatever. Another random quote with pretty words on it too. It could mean something. I mean, I like music, so theoretically the music island would probably also be something I'd like. Just making stuff up. I'm going about this as if it were merchandise or something. As you can probably see, I did accidentally smudge some black paint over one of my pictures. I wasn't too worried about it. It wasn't a mistake that ruined everything. If anything, it still went with the entire book. When Mod Podging it did that thing that usually happens when I Mod Podge paper. It gets soggy and then there's air under it, and there's nothing I can really do to fix it. But on the bright side, it's glossy, and I didn't get any hair stuck in it, so that's that. As previously stated, the final result turned out to be something I really liked, more than expected actually. Unlike with other sketchbooks, I'd have more of an expectation to do something, if not very detail-oriented, very close to my initial idea. And I think just going with the flow and seeing what you end up with is very representative of what the sketchbook is supposed to be for, rather than making something absolutely perfect. That's my thought on it anyway. Speaking of practice, after letting the coats of Mod Podge on my sketchbook dry, I wrote down whatever goals I could think of, plus a little passive-aggressive note to remind myself that even if the main goal is to have fun, past me still wants me, future me, to make an effort to improve, making it easier to go with the flow. So, anyway, in between the time it took for me to finish editing this video and doing the sketchbook, I drew a couple of pictures. Most of them just started and not finished. If you'd like to stay for the process of me finishing this sketchbook, all of the pages this time, unlike my other sketchbooks, keep in touch by subscribing if you want. If not, the channel name right now is Meadow Bus.